With the final season of Game of Thrones being here, the hype is at an all-time high. But let's talk about what you can take from the Game of Thrones series and apply to your YouTube channel to help you grow. There's going to be a couple spoilers from past seasons. I won't talk about season 8 so I don't spoil anything. But if you haven't watched the past seasons, make sure you watch those before you watch this video. The first thing, goals. Big thing on Game of Thrones is all these characters have these goals, right? And you know what they are. So you really want to keep track of each character and kind of find out how they get to that goal. Do they succeed? Do they not succeed, right? Whatever happens, you want to know. Because at the end of the day, you know where they're trying to go. So how can you apply this to your YouTube channel? Simple. Tell people what your goal is. I'm going to say it right now. By the end of the year, I want to try to get my channel to 5,000 subscribers. Pretty big goal. Will I succeed? Will I fail? I don't know. But at the end of the day, you're probably going to be a little bit more in tune to what's going on my channel to find out if I get there. You might not watch every video, but you might come back near the end of the year just to kind of check up on me and see where I'm at. Succeed or fail, you're interested, right? Same thing for your channel. Tell people what it is your goal is. If you're doing a vlog style channel, talk about your big goal for the end of the year, where you want to be. What's your goal for each individual video? Tell people what you got going on in your life or what your journey is, what you're trying to do, and people will tune in to find out. And that'll give your videos a lot more repeat viewer quality, right? If you can get people to keep coming back, there's a really good chance your channel is going to continue to grow, your videos are going to continue to perform. Putting your goal out there to the audience on that is going to work wonders to keep them engaged. Second thing, threats and obstacles. I don't think I have to tell you that in Game of Thrones there's constant threats, obstacles. You got the White Walkers, you've got all these people fighting for power, right? You never know what Cersei's gonna do. Is she gonna like double cross everyone? By doing this, it makes things a little bit more spicy, right? You wanna know, okay, are they gonna get to that goal? But you add some obstacles along the way. Now it adds some interest, like, okay, how are they gonna get over this to get to this big goal, right? Same thing for your YouTube channel. You put the goal out there and you share the obstacles along the way. Doesn't matter what kind of a channel, if you're doing how-to, vlog style videos, video games, it doesn't really matter. Put some of the parts in there that are giving you difficulty in your videos, and that way when people tune in, every time there's like something at stake. If it's just like, oh, I'm gonna get to my goal and it's a breeze, like that's not interesting. No one wants to see that. Tell them what's going on that makes it harder for you to get to your goal, and now, boom, you're gonna get more engagement. People are really gonna wanna tune in. They wanna know what's gonna happen at each step of the way. Number 3, picking sides. So let's be honest, everyone's got their favorite characters on Game of Thrones, right? And a big part of that is because everyone's kind of got their side, the way they think. They're very strong-willed on that show, right? You've got Tyrion, who's really witty, likes to get drunk a lot, and that makes him kind of an interesting character. And because of that, a lot of people like him, but a lot of people have other favorite characters. Me, I like Tormund. If you don't know who he is, he's the redhead guy with the huge beard. I don't know why, I just like him. He's just really brutal and like straightforward and kind of funny. To me, I like him. Like, I like Tyrion too, but I really like him because he's got a very strong will, strong personality. And you know, again, with him, like what side he's on. He was with the wildlings and now he's becoming a part of this big movement to fight the White Walkers, right? And he's joined with the North and the people of the Night's Watch, right? So you know exactly what side he's on, and you know if you're with him or against him. I actually know some people that are on the White Walkers side. So you know everyone's kind of got their little struggles going on within the series, and that makes things interesting because you want to pick a side. So same thing with your YouTube channel. Be very strong about what it is that you're about. Let people know that. Let them know what side you're on a lot of topics, and that'll take the people that are for you and really allow them to connect with you, and they'll be really, really for you. The people that don't agree with you, they might be against you, but they still might tune into your videos just to kind of see what you're gonna say, get the discussion going in the comments, right? And word will spread when you kind of take a side because people that agree or disagree are gonna be more willing to talk about it. So same thing that's happening in Game of Thrones, you can bring into your YouTube channel by being very strong about what side it is that you're on different topics, especially when it comes to your specific niche. So you don't have to necessarily go religious or political or anything like that, I'm not saying, but I'm saying like within what it is that you're doing. So if you got a cooking channel and you just for whatever reason are against using coconut oil, you can like make that a big thing on your channel, right? And people that are also against coconut oil, they're gonna connect with you. I mean, the stakes could be a little more serious than that, but it could be as something as simple and small as that, and that's gonna allow people to connect with you on a deeper level and pick a side. Number 4, share your faults. So if anything, that's one of the things that makes Game of Thrones so interesting. Like, no character is perfect, and that makes it more like real to life, right? Every character's got their little flaw. You've got Tyrion, again, he likes to get drunk. Jon Snow, he's got a troubled past. He doesn't feel like he's worth much, right? And he's always kind of being the underdog. The Hound, who's supposed to be this big tough guy, he's afraid of fire, right? Because of a past experience he had. So those little faults not only allow people to connect with those characters more, and same thing could be going on for you, but on top of that, it adds like that extra obstacle, right? So you have actual obstacles that keep you from getting to your goal. Same with the characters on Game of Thrones, but on top of that, like yourself, you could be the obstacle to keep you from getting where you want to go. Sharing your faults can allow people, again, to connect with you on that level and give those extra obstacles on the way to your goal. So now people are going to be like, okay, is this person going to get in their own way? Same thing's happening on Game of Thrones. Like, is Tyrion's drunkenness going to get him in trouble and make him make some poor decisions? Is Arya's constant quest for vengeance going to get in the way of her getting where she wants to go? Or what about Cersei? She's always got this thirst for power. She wants to come out on top. And right about now, that's getting in the way of her helping be a part of stopping the White Walkers. So is that gonna bite her in the butt? All those things are questions we want answers to. Same thing on your YouTube channel. Share those personal faults, those sort of things that maybe don't make you quite perfect. It'll make you more relatable and it keeps your journey more interesting. Number 5. This is one of the more interesting things I think about the show. You start the series off with Jaime Lannister pushing Bran Stark out of a high tower, right? And right away you think, okay, this guy's kind of a jerk, right? You instantly want to hate him. But as the series has gone along, he's redeemed himself in a lot of ways. Now, I can understand why some people still wouldn't like him because he's done a lot of terrible things, but at the same time, he's done a lot of things that, okay, maybe he's, turning the corner. He's changing. He's growing as a character. He's redeeming himself for all those bad things he's done. That growth and redemption allows you to relate to him. There's a lot of other examples of this on the channel. Another example of this would be Khaleesi. She started as being kind of more weak and feeble, and she's grown into this more powerful character, overcome some of those issues with her, being kind of timid and shy, and she's like really turned the corner on that to the point where some people might think that she's maybe too power hungry. But the point is, you saw some growth, you saw redemption for her personally. So that allows you to connect with her and keeps things interesting. Same thing with your YouTube channel. When an obstacle comes in the way and maybe you fail, cool. That's an opportunity for you to now say, okay, I'm gonna redeem myself. I'm gonna fix that problem, right? Or just the evolution of your channel, right? Having that growth, having that change. If you keep your channel the same way over and over and over for years and years and years, people are gonna get bored with it. They're gonna tune out, right? So adding some change, some growth personally for your production, the video style, you'll see this on my channel a lot, right? I've been changing up formats from time to time to try different things, see what resonates with people. That's gonna allow your channel to continue to be interesting and keep viewers coming back over and over and over again. And that's how you really build a big following. Number 6, team ups. Okay, so this is one of the cooler parts about, like, as the seasons have gone on, you've got all these separate characters, they're all doing their own thing. And as it continues to go on, they're coming together to fight the White Walkers, right? So you're seeing Khaleesi and Jon Snow, they're teaming up in a really weird way. You saw the Hound and Arya kind of build a bond, and they kind of became a little bit of a team, even though there's a tension there, right? All these characters, though, you're starting to see them come together and team up. And let's be honest, it's exciting when you like one character and you do or don't like the other. Either way, you kind of want to see what happens when they come together. And if they've got a common goal they're trying to achieve, what's going to happen? What's going to be the dynamic between them two? Well, guess what? You can do this on your YouTube channel. It's called collaborations. People do it all the time, right? Just getting some other people on your channel will add some interest. You can bring some different perspectives onto your channel, and just for people to see the dynamic. Pretty simple stuff, but obviously you've seen how it works on Game of Thrones. Why not put it on your YouTube channel? Number 7. Shocking moments. There has been no shortage of shocking moments, from the Red Wedding to Ned Stark getting killed off in the first season. Sorry if that was a spoiler. If you haven't seen season 1 by now, that's kind of your fault though, right? Those shocking moments definitely keep you interested because number 1, when it happens, you're just like, right? You want to know what's going to happen next. You never know when the next shocking moment's going to happen. It adds some intensity, you know, and things happening that you don't expect to happen, like major characters getting taken out of the series. Like, that makes the consequences of everything else seem a lot more real. It makes everything seem a lot more like there's more at stake, right? You never know what's going to happen, what characters might go next that you think are like, this is a main character, we're going to be seeing them for a while, right? I keep saying, like, my favorite character is Torment. I say, if they kill him off, I will stop watching the show. We both know that's not true, but that's what I say to myself because I never know what's gonna happen. At one point you thought Jon Snow, well, twice kind of, when the White Walkers were battling and he was underwater, you thought he was dead, and then he actually died and they brought him back to life. Sorry if that was another spoiler. Again, that's on you if you haven't seen the series yet. But when those things happen, it makes everything much more real. The consequences have a lot more weight, and everything that happens, even when there's not consequences, have more weight because it puts this tension in the air, right? You never quite know what to expect. Same thing with your YouTube channel. Don't make it all flowers and rainbows. Have some shocking moments with some things that maybe are bad that happen and share that with people, and that's gonna not, again, only allow them to relate with you, but on top of that, add some more gravity, some more weight to everything that you do on the channel. And another way is just doing things that are flat out shocking. Mr. Beast is doing a great job of this with his YouTube channel, just doing things people don't expect and that are out there, and you're just like, what just happened? Adding those elements into your YouTube channel, add a dynamic to it, add some interest to it, and it keeps people interested, keeps things fresh, because they never know what's gonna happen next. Number 8, music. Music can add a completely different vibe to the scenes. You've got your little theme songs, right, for the different characters. I don't know if you've noticed this, but there's like a song for the North, there's a song for Khaleesi and the Dragons, and you make associations with those songs and those characters. But just the music in general adds vibes, right, adds feelings, emotions to the scenes, adds gravity, adds weight, and that's going to affect the way people perceive a scene, right? Perceive the video. So if you watch a scene with one type of music, it's gonna change the vibe versus if you saw that exact same video with different music. But on top of that, adding music and having it change from scene to scene can add some interest. If there's no music and all of a sudden the music starts in the middle of the scene, it's gonna add some interest for your ears, right? So it's not all just about what you're seeing on screen, it's also about the feelings that are evoked from the sound of the scene. Pretty simple stuff, pretty straightforward on how you can apply that to your channel. Pay attention to what they're doing though and really analyze it and see how you can add some interest to your video by changing the music, having music cut in, cut out, you know, and the different types of music are gonna give a completely different vibe. And for your channel, maybe you just wanna switch up the music from video to keep things interesting so they're not always hearing the same song. Maybe you got a certain song that's for a certain type of video. So let's say you got a channel that's maybe a little bit more of like a variety type channel, and you know, sometimes you're doing challenges. Maybe you have a certain song that you use just for those types of videos. And then you got other videos that are more like vlog style videos. Maybe you use a different song for those. Adding that will keep a consistent theme and just give a completely different vibe that fits those different types of videos. If you're finding the topic interesting of how you can apply tactics that a big budget TV show uses on your YouTube channel, check out this video. That shows you a marketing tactic that both Black Panther and Captain Marvel used to reach some big box office success that you can also add to your video marketing, your YouTube videos, your products or services. Check that video out. If this video helped, click the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon, and I'll see you in that video next.